So I hope you have gone through the answers I have sent for you, and the first part of the lesson was over, that is a letter to God. So there we have seen that Lengo, he was waiting to have his crops on the harvest, but all of a sudden the weather had changed and the hailstones had completely destroyed his farm. And then Lengo was very sad, and he thought that the whole year he had to die of hunger, isn't it? So now he is going to find who is the only person who can help him. Now we will see the next part of that. Now we will see what Lengo had done. That means in the first he was totally upset. He could not find a way to come into his life. Now we will see. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley. Solitary means lonely, all the people who were living there, because everyone's feeling was that they will come up once when the rain comes, the harvest will be in good, isn't it? But all of a sudden the rain and showering had changed into hailstones, and the full field was completely destroyed by the hailstone. There was a single hope, help from God. So nobody was able to help anybody, and the only person left is the God Almighty. So if God thinks that he wanted to help the people, then only something can be done. Don't be upset. Even though this seems like a total loss, remember no one dies of hunger. So Lengo was having that feeling that who is left now to help them? God is there to help them. So he said, we will not die of hunger. That is what they say, no one dies of hunger. That means we are not going to die of hunger. All through the night, Lengo thought only of this hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Conscience means mind. That means only God is the only person who can see what each one of us is thinking. Our mind, only who can understand? God only can understand. So he thinks that now he is the only person who comes to know what is happening, what is we thinking in our mind. What are they thinking? What is Lengo thinking? That no one is able to help anybody, and only who is left to help? If God thinks, if God wills, then only anybody can, these people can be helped. So he is saying God can see everything. Lengo was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the field. Lengo was an ox of a man. That means ox of a man means whenever he is asked to do the work, he has to do it. Have you seen the ox ploughing the field? He is in the field giving beating with no food, and what the animal has to do? He has to plough the whole field, isn't it? Similarly, Lengo also was the ox of the field. That means he was working for somebody else. Animal in the field, but still he knows how to write. So he knows little bit of how to write, because now he has to write a letter to who? To God, asking him to help these people. The following Sunday at daybreak, at daybreak means when the day had started, morning, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. So Sunday morning, what did he do? As soon as the day had started, the early morning, he went straight, he wrote a letter and went straight to the mail, post office, to post the letter. And the address was to whom? To God. Understood? Because nobody is there to help him. Only God is there to help him. God, he wrote. So what was written on the receiver's address? God. If you don't help me, so this is the content of the letter, what he has written. If you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. Why will they go hungry? Because the whole field had been destroyed by the hailstone. I need 100 paisa in order to sow my field again. So once again I have to sow the seeds in my farm. So I need how many rupees? 100 paisa. And to live until the crops comes, because the hailstone. Because with that 100, if you send me 100 rupees, once again I can sow the seeds in my farm and wait till I get a good harvest. So now asking God to send how much paisa? 100 paisa. He wrote to God on the envelope, but the letter put the letter inside and still trouble went to town. So he wrote to God and then he put it in an envelope. What do you mean by envelope? The post cover, where you write the letter in a piece of paper and put it inside the cover and paste it. That is the envelope. So like that he has written in a piece of paper and had put it in the envelope and went straight to the post office. And it is in the town. At the post office he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. So how do we send the letter? Without the stamp it will not go to the correct place, isn't it? So we have to put the stamp over there. Now we don't have the habit of writing letters and sending it, isn't it? Because if you want to send a message to anybody, what we will do, just to take the phone and send the message, isn't it? But in olden times, even now certain people are there sending letters to the post and many other things, parcels and everything that can be sent to the post. So when you have a chance also, if you don't have the chance now doing like this way, we have to find a chance of to write letters and send. You can write letters and send to your friend or neighbor or your teachers in the school. So try to have that habit of writing letters. Understood? So now what did Lengo do? He went and then he put a stamp over it and then put it in the mailbox. One of the employees, and then he came back because now he has to wait till God sent him the money. One of the employees who was a postman also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Actually, nobody will write a letter to God and send it, isn't it? Because we don't know the address of the God. Do you know the address of any God? No, we are worshipping them but we don't know their address. Can we send a letter and say that God will help me? No, but that was the belief in whom Lengo. So the postman who was sorting out the letter had seen that a particular letter written to God. He has taken that and he thought it was a great fun and he went to the postmaster to show it. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. So throughout his life he had been a postman but still he did not know what is the address and who is this God. That was the first experience in his life. The postmaster, a fat, unable fellow, also broke out laughing. So both of them started laughing because it was a great fun, thinking that some foolish people had done that. But almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk and commented, "What faith." So suddenly, out of a sudden, the man who was laughing suddenly put the letter on the desk and he said, "What faith?" That means, what faith means? He has having ardent faith in whom? God. Devatila atramatram vishwasa. I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter. So he said, I have the faith in that man who wrote the letter. That means what? Enike if he had the faith that God will help him, then I had the faith in that particular man who had written the letter. Starting up a correspondence with God. So having the connection with whom? God. You also go to the temple, isn't it? And if you wanted to gain something, what you will say? You pray like that, isn't it? Similarly, here Lengo has written a letter because nobody is there to help him. So he has written a letter to send it to God. So in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea, answered the letter. So now the postmaster said, okay, that man is having that much faith in God, thinking that God will hear his or see his letter and help him. So what did the postmaster do? He said, we will answer to this letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. So when he opened the letter, what was inside? It was asking, requesting for something, isn't it? Requesting for what? To money, requesting money. So the postmaster thought it is nothing to write and send to him. It is something to give him in the name of God. But he stuck to his resolution. So resolution means that aim, that goal. He wanted to do something to that particular person. That means not to make him believe that God has a no, not there to hear his request. But he stuck to the resolution. He asked for money from his employees. What did he do? He collected whatever the other members of that post office would give him to help this particular person. He himself gave part of his salary. A part of his salary also was added to that amount. And several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. So that was an act of charity, helping a poor person who was there when nobody is there to help. He was asking help to give from God, isn't it? So in that case, not to make that person think that God is not there to hear his request. What did he do? Not to break the faith in him that God will help you, not to break the faith in him. What did the postmaster do? He put a part of his salary and he collected whatever the other people in the post office would give him, and he collected that much money. But how much Lego had asked to God? 100 paisa. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 paisa. So he had collected that much money, but it did not come up to 100. So he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. That means not fully 100. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lego, and with it a letter containing only a single word signature God. So what did the postmaster do? He had collected the money, but it had not come to 100 paisa what Lego had asked the God. But still, though it was not a completed amount, the postmaster decided to send it to Lego. So he put the money in another envelope, pasted it, written to the address of Lego with the signature of God. So if Lego gets a letter, what will he understand? He will think that who had heard his or who had seen his letter? God had seen this letter and had given him the reply. Understood? The following Sunday, Lego came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. So the Sunday came and he was eager enough to have a letter from the God. So he went to the post office and asked any letter had come for him. It was a postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who had performed a good deed, looked on from his office. So he went to the post office, the postman came forward and had given him the letter saying that it had come from God. So postmaster was sitting at his place and seeing who is that man who was having that much faith in God. Understood? Lego showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. He opened it and saw the money. Such was his confidence. He knew that there will be money. His confidence was that who will help him? God will help him. But he became angry when he counted money. So he had opened the envelope and he found some money inside. Now he started counting it. So how much he wanted? 100, isn't it? So he started counting it. But while counting, he became very angry. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lego what he had requested. That means he was sure that how much he had asked, God had sent him, and God will not do any such kind of trick. That means 100 paisa was not there. So he thought some mistake, some trick had done in between. Immediately Lego went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. Again he went. What did he do? He asked for paper to write again something. On the public writing table he started to write. He started to write something again. We will see what he was writing. With much wrinkling of his brow, cause why did he wanted to write again another letter to God? Because, yes, because he had asked for 100 paisa, but how much only came? Less than 100 only had come. So he wanted to know whether God has denied to give him fully or not. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp which he licked and then affixed it to the envelope. He again got a letter, returned the letter, went to the window, got the stamp and then pasted on the envelope with a blow of his fist. Then he pasted it. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. Then he put it in the box. So when the letter was placed inside the box, now postmaster and the postman understood who is the person, isn't it? So and they are eager to know now why did he write the second letter and posted it. So now they have taken the paper and they read. It said, God, so this is the content of the second letter. God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 paisa reached me. So how much amount was there? Only 70, 30 less. Send me the rest since I need it very much. That means without that 100 paisa I cannot do any work. So you have to send me the remaining also. Send me the rest since I need it very much. But don't send it to me through the mail because the post office people are a bunch of crook. Crook means the people who does the tricks. So in the second letter, what did he do? He has written that God has to send him the remaining amount also, but not through the post. Why? Because he thinks that he had asked for 100 and God had sent him 70, thinking that the remaining 30 had been taken away by whom? By the people in the post office. So the real thing what had happened, who did not come to know? Lengo did not know, but he was still thinking that who had sent that money? God had sent him, not completed. So he was asking for the remaining money also and asking, requesting again once more to God not to send the whole amount through the post office because he could not believe the people in the post office. That means he thinks that the 30 paisa had been taken away by the people in the post office. Understood now? So the lesson comes to an end and now I will send the notes for you. So you have to take down the notes, write it properly and then study it. After the lessons are over, we can do some test to know how much you can understood. So if any doubt is left, you can send it, ask and I will respect you. Thank you.